Welcome, welcome to Internet of Everything. So this course is about uh, imparting IoT embedded system knowledge, and we will start with module 1, and the module 1 represents IoE architecture, technologies, and networking fundamentals. Basic idea is evolution of IoT. That is, IoT refers to Internet of Things, and this Internet of Things states with connections connected together. That is, Internet of Everything with the definition, scope, and industrial impact. So what does it states means? It starts with a hardware sector on one side, and it is being connected through various different sectors in the mid as a controller, and after that processing it further to the output, termed it as the outward structure, that is either through any forms of app based or network based or any other forms of things. So in order to build out all these things, we need four pillars of IoE, that is Internet of Everything. That is with the people, process, data, and things. That means that the people refers to the things that we connect. Actually, it does not directly deals with the human things. It deals with the gadgets that humans try to synchronize with, and those things are processed through the data, and through the data it has been stored in the cloud or any other forms of things, and it gets responsiveness again back to the gadgets. So for this, to build it in a viable manner, the first that Internet of Everything layered architecture must be sensed with like communication network layer, that is starting with sensing layer, network layer, middleware, application, and protocols things. So what does this sensing layer or network layer or middleware application deals with is, generally you take a network protocol first. It is being classified as physical layer, followed by a data link layer, and then followed by protocol TCP/IP protocol layer, and after that connectivity, and after that internet. So here the same idea is being recomposed as like a sensing layer, network layer, middleware, and application. That is, sensing layer refers to the sensors connected together, and followed by a network layer, which a networking platform is established, and followed by a middleware, where the middleware refers to either data layer or non-data layer. So everything is are connected together, and final is application layer, that is gadget layer. The frequent gadgets apply to it. Okay, yeah. And protocol stack overflow. So over here we have MQTT protocol, COAP protocol, and AMQP protocol, HTTP, and DDS, IoE communication technologies. So all these protocols are a communication viable protocols established to create a path where the data need to be transferred in a short range of communication, in a short range. So before that, we need this communication protocols to push the data from one part of the physical hardware to the other part of the physical hardware. And in short range, we experience Zigbee, Bluetooth, and NFC. Long range, we experience LoRa, Sigfox, NB-IoT, and everything. These are all short range and long range things, where we deal these things with wireless technologies. And internet connectivity. In internet connectivity, deals with Wi-Fi, 4G technologies, and Ethernet, low pan, everything. So all these things have some ideas of connecting signals. That is, first it starts with sensing layer, network layer, middleware layer, followed by a protocol layer, and then a short range layer, and then finally a connectivity layer. So three layers are distinguished in forms of communication. So one is with machine to machine communication, and other is with machine through a wireless communication. and other is connectivity over a short range of communication. So for all these, a protocol listing is needed, and it is all deals with routing protocols for IoE, and this is supported by a cloud centric versus edge centric versus fog based deployments. So basic idea is here we all completely deal with networking technologies, architectures. So all these technology networking architecture, everything deals with only one idea of connecting communication protocols with one another. So in this, deploying a communication protocol through a cloud set creates a large volume of processing, that makes the cloud centric and edge centric very symmetric or synthetic form, followed by a fog based deployments. That is, centric deals with connecting systems together. You may start with cloud systems like Amazon Web Services and Google Cloud Services and such things, and edge centric deals with all forms of sensors deployed at the edge of sensing the physical layer, and followed by a fog based deployment, that is a connectivity between this cloud and edge centrics. So in order to understand all these steps, we need to build a system such that where we deploy IoE networks, that is Internet of Everything networks, that is deals with these forms of communication networks. Okay, so we will deal with the smart water management system. If you want, you can find it out any other forms of systems, so that you can go ahead with this applications. And second part is about data management and security and application services. So here again we deal with collection, aggregation, transmission, storage and visualization. The beautiful thing over here is the data are just piled up together. So segregation and aggregation is needed to make things better, and after that a transformation is needed, and through transformation it need to store it in a place, and after storage a visualization of data handling need to be done. And for all these purposes we need a Lightfoot ecosystem. That is, the Lightfoot ecosystem deals with authentication, authorization, privacy, data integrity and lightweight security protocols, and all these things come under a form of application like smart homes, smart cities, smart agriculture and industry cases. So in second thing, the main agenda of module 2 is data, a pile of data being stored in an area, and it need to be segregated, aggregated, and it need to be transformed, it need to be transferred, it need to be stored, and the storage should give some visualization of how it all happens together. Okay, let us find it out with some book materials. The first one is understand, then apply level, analyze level, all deals with how you put forth the protocols in your own applications. Okay, so these are the first ideas, and textbook also with Internet of Things and by Vijay Madi Sethi and Rajkumar. Okay.